goes everyone? Let's see. Yeah, that should do. That. Gaming since the 80s, it is not Bungie. Bungie, for the grip of their teeth, are looking like they are safe. How are we all doing? Hey, so let's see who we got today. Byron, Bullets, Infinite, Lefo. Yeah, it's been a long day today, folks. There's no way I could make it on time. Hell, I barely made it on stream today. The PlayStation Studio that died is kind of interesting, right? Because it's not the first time that they've died, right? I kind of want to switch this to the right hand side. I'll do that for the next stream, I think. It's because I'm looking this way, or maybe it does work. It's only when I'm looking at chat it's weird. But if you see here, Sony announces a publishing deal with Deviation Games. They have to move it forward because while she's at the hospital, she's picking up more infections within the hospital. So they're trying to now clear off the last infection that she's got within the next couple of days and get her into surgery by Thursday or Friday and get her out of the hospital because the hospital isn't a safe place for her anymore. She's too frail. But that's the latest. If all goes well, she'll be discharged to go home on the weekend. If not, then we'll see what happens. Audio seems a bit low. Let me have a look. Yeah, it is a bit low. That should have fixed it. That should have fixed it, guys. I was doing some recording earlier and I needed it a bit lower than it was before. We'll know on Thursday, really, mate. We'll know on Thursday when she comes out of surgery. Well, studios have employees, right? So it's not just the studio, but yeah. It's another mismanaged studio that's just been laid off to rest. How's it going, Ghost? Grey Monad? But yeah, it's interesting to see how everything is going downhill quite rapidly actually. It's it's crazy how fast things are, you know, escalating. What I thought was a little bit interesting was, let me see if I can find it. Where is it? I did have it here. It's not it. That's not it. Let's have some. Ah, this one. Alright, yeah, sorry, it's a little bit jumbled up. Usually I'm a bit more prepared, so do prepare for a bit of a jank today, as they call it. But it is what it is. Ioneo has stopped pre-orders indefinitely for the time being for their next two devices. Basically, the rising cost of RAM has made it untenable for them to keep it within a price range that they're happy with. And because of that, they've just said, right, that's it. We'll honor the ones that at the price point we have, but we just can't take any more pre-orders at this point. So kudos to them for honoring the ones that they've actually taken on board. But it just goes to show that it's just crazy how much this whole situation is getting out of hand. Yeah, I know, Susanna. Kind of why I'm happy I kind of built my PC already, for the most part. I'm just missing a graphics card, which I hope to pick up after I've paid off my bed. The bed was more important than a graphics card. Oh, we did, Rachie. We did. Before everyone decided to start showing us dancing pandas. Because everyone loves a bit of dancing pandas, right? We also have FireSprite, right? Which is probably the next studio that's going to go bye-bye from Sony. So FireSprite has reportedly cancelled at least 4 games on PlayStation 5. Twisted Metal Battle Royale, Breaking Bad VR game, a sci-fi horror game, which was basically Siren, if I'm not mistaken, and an unknown title. So this is another PlayStation studio that looks like it's on its way out. To be fair, having the Breaking Bad VR game exclusive would have probably been good for them, but that's another live service. Well, I wouldn't call them live service, but that's another studio that's on its way out from Sony, which is absolutely crazy. Right? That's some mental crap right there. Like, studios are closing down all over the place, man. It's getting worse. And it's not just the studios that are closing, it's all these people losing their jobs. And as someone just mentioned, you've got the Epic Games layoff as well, which is, I mean, that was kind of expected. Tim Sweeney already joked about it. Tim Sweeney says Epic is losing billions fighting Apple and Google because it can afford to. Jokes that we might run into serious financial problems after a couple more decades. Yeah, that was already going to be recovered by getting rid of people. There's no two ways about that. What is that company making? Which company? A bed and you call yourself a gamer? Hey man, Steve said he was going to send me a graphics card. I decided to put all my eggs in one basket and wait for him to send me one. I don't think he's sending me one though. The one and only Shrek, it was my game of the year. I wouldn't just call it a good game, it was my game of the year. Hey Brandon, how's it going? Where is Jeff reporting gaming news? Oh, that's right, he is waiting on to announce their layoffs and not report on what's going on. Yeah. It's awesome, man. I loved every moment of it. The DLC sadly wasn't as good, but the actual game was great. I said no such thing. But I tell you what, if I was earning money off this YouTube channel that I could live on, I'd have sent you one. And I'm a man of my word. I would have done that. If I said it, that's probably what I meant. What do you mean it's not coming to Xbox? Thank you, Game Pass. Oh man, I've been playing Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. I think I'm 40 hours into it now. I've got my double jobs unlocked, trying to figure out which ones to unlock to get through to unlock like the best ones. Man, the grind is real. Thank God the game offers you options to gain more proficiency points per fight. I think I would have died without that, so the game really does benefit from that. But it's so cool, man. I think I'm almost at the point where I can get the flying carpet. So that should be really helpful in covering some of the other areas. So good stuff with that. But yeah, not a great way to start the stream with layoffs, closure. You know, we got almost two closures from Sony. Uh, Games being cancelled. Io Neo basically bowing out. Epic laying off. It's not the greatest way to start any stream. But hey, we had to do it at some point, right? Hey, Grey Fox. Glad you're sticking with the game. Oh, I'm really enjoying. Honestly, dude, I've spent I think I've spent about what 8 hours on stream playing it on thing, and the rest of the time I've just played it through this. While I'm sitting down watching Stargate, I'm just playing it on the Xbox LIX. It runs at full speed and full spec. I also sometimes wear the extra glasses to give me like a 250-inch screen, so that's cool as well. So I plug that on, hook a Xbox controller to the thing, and off you go. God tier gaming. Luna tried to chew my cables, man. Guys, seriously. I put my extra glasses cable on the side because I plugged it into the Switch because I was trying to get it to work with a power bank, but I couldn't find a power bank, so I just put it there on the side. And Luna saw it for like 2 seconds, and she was like a homing beaker. Cable, mouth, chew. Let's go. And she just about put a mutt on it before I pulled it away. That was a close one. That was a close one. That would be cool, man. That would be so cool. I mean, I'm still. They just released a new update. I haven't played much of it because I really haven't had much time for gaming this past 2 weeks because of the pending situation with my mum. But it's it's great if it comes around. It's a really good game. It's a really, really good game. And sometimes I feel there is nothing that can stop this little little bundle of joy, I should say, just chewing through everything. She's almost like a terrier. But I will have a look. Or maybe you can send me some would like a example of them, not like the actual thing. If I could show you what I've actually done, I've literally got like a pet gate going all around my PC, around my consoles, so she can't actually get to them. She can't jump high enough to get to it, and my cats know well enough not to do that. Not on my cables, you don't. Not on my cables. So apparently, new Xbox boss Asher Sharma is reportedly looking at lower priced Game Pass tiers. She is considering ways to make future consoles and products like Game Pass more enticing for a wider audience. Ideas are being kicked around for bundles with partners like Netflix. She ended that this is an Xbox campaign. Now, we also know, where is it? From that, Xbox and Netflix are kicking around ideas for how Netflix and Xbox Game Pass could work together on subscription bundles, according to Netflix CEO Greg Peters. Now, the first PlayStation fan post that I've seen about this is Microsoft is giving Game Pass to Netflix. I don't even know what to respond to that with. I don't even know what to say to that. But this could be anything, right? I don't think they're going to remove the end date, but I do think they're considering removing Call of Duty from day and date and having a separate tier that you pay more for Call of Duty. Yeah, EE give me Netflix as well. Probably because it's literally in the idea phase, Susanna. As they said, they're kicking around ideas, so they're literally throwing whatever will stick on the wall at this point. But I think the most sensible thing would be to have Game Pass go Ultimate, have a lower tier, get rid of PC Game Pass, and just have Premium and Ultimate, and have it at Ultimate at, I don't know what it was, $14.99 here in the UK. And at that point, if you want it with Call of Duty, then make it the £22 whatever. And just add on top for the Call of Duty. I don't care about Call of Duty, so not having it is more beneficial to me and cheaper. So I would go down that route personally. But, I suspect they're trying to think of all sorts of things that will work because clearly they want to revitalize this. And, a lot of people are saying she still doesn't care about the console. But since she came back into office, she's been doing stuff like this, trying to get Xbox One owners to upscale to a Series S and X. And the way I see it, they wouldn't be doing stuff like this, trying to get the Xbox One owners to upscale, if they didn't care about the base console. I mean, in terms of their moving strategy. I would assume it'd be just COD, because that's the one that earns the biggest money, right? But here's the thing. Right? Make no mistake. The moment they take COD and say, hey, we're going to have a Call of Duty tier that you can have if you want to play day and date, everything else is there, but you can have this. They're going to have a WoW tier as well. And then they're going to have an Elder Scrolls 6 tier as well. Like, this will happen. Once you have one, the rest will follow. Make no mistake. You'll still get day and date games. Oh, sorry, that itches. You'll still get day and date games, but they are going to have these tiers specifically for those games, if that makes sense. Everything is subscription now, right? Like, I wanted to watch Atlantis, and Amazon were going saying, hey, you can watch this, where you can buy it for like £15 a season or £2.50 an episode, or you can subscribe for $5.99. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to subscribe for a month, binge watch everything, and then get off. And then they said, hey, what about you signing up for a whole year at 60% off? And I was like, do you know what? That's actually not too bad. All right, and I'll do it. And they got me. From going in to spend £6, I ended up spending 30 odd quid. They got me. Well, they are now, Aurora. I really think that the new management that's in place right now, I don't think they're going to change everything, but they are actually putting the console center. Hey, look, I actually found like over 30 movies on there that I actually wanted to watch. So I'm going to make the most of that $30 that I spent for the whole year and make sure I don't forget to cancel it by the end of the year. That's the plan. Hey, James. We covered the layoffs and the studio closures at the start, and we're just looking at this news that came out regarding Asher Sharma reportedly looking at lower priced Game Pass tiers. Now, we already have premium, so I don't really think you can get any lower than that. I mean, they could actually do like an indie tier, right? What would you guys think of that? I know, right, Leaf? Epic Games laid off 1,000 people. FireSprite looks like it's on its last legs, clinging on to its dear life. And Dark Outlaw Games from Sony Studios has been shut down. They were discussing a free ad tier late last year, I remember that, where you'd watch a ad before the game boots and after the game you close down the game. Which, which isn't bad. Yeah, it is unfortunate, dude. No one should be celebrating studio closures. I don't care which side you're on. You shouldn't be celebrating studio closures. It's real lives that are being affected. So who knows? I mean, this could literally be anything and absolutely nothing. It could also be made up for all I know. But it's good that they're actually taking you know, the platform a lot more seriously now. And it does look like they are trying to, bring back what was lost. Some say it's a little too late. I don't think it is at all. I've seen that. I've seen a lot of PlayStation fanboys saying that it's good that they're closing the studio and all this. You just can't. You can't. You can't. They can never escape the allegations. They just can't. I mean, how can you celebrate studio closures? Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna stand here and say I'm crying about it. It doesn't affect me in any single way. That's the reality of it. That's the cold hard truth. But it's still sad to see them close and people lose their jobs, man. Crimson Desert is an open world explorer fun action adventure game with minimal story, but the combat looks really fun, at least. I heard it's jank, but some of the stuff you can do in there looks crazy fun. I did, and I really wanted them to have a figurine, Leaf, but they did not. And I'm so sad that there's no figurine. I mean, I don't have a vinyl player, so the vinyl is absolutely useless to me. Exactly, Infinite, but they see them as a live service studio, even though they're not a live service studio. Or maybe they were, I don't know. I don't know. Could be. So yeah, I'm actually interested and to see where, if anywhere, this actually leads, and what we'll hear. I think we'll potentially hear something of this in June, July, during the showcase. I think that would be a good place to announce this. But knowing them, it'll probably be somewhere around October when they release the next Call of Duty. Because these changes seem to happen every time Call of Duty is about to release, and it's happened twice now. So it's not a long shot to assume that the next one will probably happen around Call of Duty as well. Actually, Black John, good thing that you mentioned Thursday. I need to ask you guys, uh, the actual showcase for Xbox, the partner preview, starts at 5 p.m. my time. Now, obviously, that's 3 hours earlier than I normally start my stream. Now, we can, as long as I'm available, because my mum's gonna go into surgery that day. As long as I'm available, do we go live at 5 o'clock my time, or do we go live at 8 and watch the showcase during the stream? In many ways, Reichi, the XP ABK merger saved Xbox, so I wouldn't say I hate it. It was a necessary evil, in my opinion. They needed that to go through. Of course, you are, Banisher. Uh, Apparently, I've still got Shadows installed, so I guess I should finish that at some point as well. After Dragon Quest 7, I need to finish that. That game is long. Way too long. Longer than it needs to be. But I think I've got like three three puzzle plates to fill up now, and then I'm done. Silver, like I said, if I'm available. I just want to know, it's on at 5 p.m. Like, don't get me wrong, Silver. I never put anything ahead of family. So, it is definitely a case of if I'm available, why not? If I'm not available, then I'm not available. Simple as that, really. But it just depends how people want to proceed with it. Yeah, yeah, 5 p.m. my UK time. Let me find the thing. Also, Silver, how you doing, man? Right, so here we have it. It's 10 a.m. PT, 1 p.m. ET, 5 p.m. GMT. I think the UK is in GMT right now. I can't think straight. Yeah, we are in GMT. So it's 5 p.m. Isn't Pokemon that hyped game that no one wants? That seems unfortunate, Graham. That is bad times. Yeah, I'm surprised they're doing it so early, honestly. Normally they do it like in our evening. But Stalker's gonna be there in a deep dive. Uh, the new Yakuza game is going to be there, the one that's set in 1940s. And there's another game as well that I forgot right now, but I can't remember. Expanse. Expanse Osiris. Hey, Talos. Oh, nice, Taz. So yeah, how do you guys want to do this? If I'm available, it's a big if, but I still want to. Do we go live at like 4:30, and if I'm available, we stream until like I don't know 6:30, 7, and call it a day. Have an early one that day. Mouse PI gonna be dope. Mouse PI gonna be dope. Yeah, you have no idea how many times I've tried to do that, Leaf. I have tried at least 7 times over the past 2 weeks, well, since I bought the game. And I've just, by the time I've come home, I'm just exhausted. I'm just so tired. I mean, even now, you could probably see that I'm not exactly the widest of awake. But I thought I'd do this stream and just clear my head a little. No one wants to play it, Silver. Not even yourself. We know this. Persona 4 Revival Shadow Drop? Who knows? They talked about Game Pass as well. So I assume maybe there might be a Shadow Drop in there somewhere. My voice sounds tired. Yeah, it's like I said, trying to deal with everything. Because I can't exactly be too long in the hospital. The hospital's quite far away from where I live. But traveling there and traveling back, it's a thing. And because of my health, I'm prone to infection quite easily. So I need to watch out as well. And now my daughter might have this new meningitis B strain as well. It's kind of all kicking off, really. It's one thing after another. That's what Sega need to do is show us that new Sonic game. That's that super game. They need to show us Golden Axe. They need to show us Crazy Taxi. They need to show us Jet Set Radio. No one cares about Echo the Dolphin. I think I speak for everyone when I say no one, no one cares about Echo the Dolphin. Yeah, Woodpit. I think that's the thing. I mean, literally, I'm usually awake until like what, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. Those of you on social media will probably see me like arguing away at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Lately, at 11 o'clock, I'm just knocked out. I'm just passing out and falling asleep, which isn't a bad thing. At least I get to bed a little earlier than normal. The new Streets of Rage game, yeah. Echo the Dolphin is better than all. Alright, someone get rid of Leaf. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's clear what's happened to Leaf, and it's sad. It is. It's really sad what's happened to Leaf. I mean, for him to turn around and say something crazy like that, man. Like, what on earth is going on? Where is the information I'm looking for? But we all know why Leaf has gone crazy, right? We all know why Leaf is going downhill. Especially with talks like that, when he's saying that Echo the Dolphin is better than all Sega games. It's because of this, isn't it, Leaf? Nintendo cut Switch 2 output by over 30% on weak US sales. The company plans to make 4 million units of its flagship device this quarter, a third less than the 6 million it had originally planned to produce. The reduced output rate is set to continue into April. Tut, tut, tut. I thought you were buying them in the dozens, Leaf. What happened? Shenmue 3 is already announced for Xbox, the Enhanced Edition. Shenmue 3 wasn't on Xbox because Sony money hated the game with Kickstarter. Me too, Awaken. The new quest was fun. But I want to see firsthand what these new updates are like. Yeah, Stranger Than Heaven. I just call it the Yakuza 1940s game. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Not much, dude, not much. Yeah, the state of the the partner showcase is going to be third party only. I'd already dismissed the article. The author of this article has been wrong on multiple subjects. I knew Leaf would come out defending this. I knew it. I bloody knew it. Oh, Leaf. Never change, man. Never change. Never change. Oh, I so knew he was gonna come back with something. She they're trying to get her into surgery by Thursday, Paul. They need to kind of get her in before she picks up any more infections while in the hospital. Hey, Jesse, what's up? I'm not so sure, Suzanne. I think, I mean, the screen is. I don't know. When I'm playing on the Switch too, I don't really notice it. But you know what else doesn't make you notice it? If you have a pair of Exoral glasses, then it doesn't really matter because you're not running it through that screen anymore. You're running it through your glasses at a 250-inch screen. Just think about it. Usually, a showcase for their first-party games is in June. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the first-party showcase. That's gonna be cool. It's obviously going to be Gears that's going to be the highlight of that show, and I think that's going to be the final game shown. But it'll be interesting to see what the other studios are doing, if there's going to be any Fallout 3 news and stuff like that. Who knows? Maybe we'll even get some Vegas news. Me too, Jesse. Me too. Detective Seeds lost his Sony benefits. Wait, what happened to Mr. Seeds? What happened? Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. The other studios are wasting money like Rare and the Initiative. Hey, under new management, I don't think that's going to happen anymore. Yeah, my daughter's had yesterday she had dizzy spells, Ghosty, just out of the blue. She almost collapsed and her head was hurting and then picked up a couple more symptoms. We're going to take her to the doctors tomorrow because she seems okay-ish. So they said it's not urgent to go to the hospital. So we're sending her to the doctor tomorrow. They want to go. They want to see her face to face. You know how rare those are here in the UK, face to face consultations, and so we'll know more about that. So it's kind of like a ping pong game at the moment. I've got me being smashed around, the news of my mum, and then my daughter. It's all just happening at once. It's it's exhausting. But despite this news that has come around, Switch owners are now there's a whole kind of thing here where you can post, and they're hoping that if they get enough signatures, Switch will get the ports for Shenmue 1 and 2. So I'm going to post that there for anyone that's interested. You click on this and it goes through the forms, you fill it up, and if they get enough signatures, they're going to send it to Sega, so it might get some traction. Now, we do know Shenmue 3 is coming to pretty much everything in terms of the enhanced version, which has a lot of cool features to it. But Shenmue 1 and 2 is notably missing from Nintendo platform. And having the third one announced, it kind of makes sense to have Shenmue 1 and 2, not like it can't handle it. Hey, look, Silver. Silver, look. I remember a time when we was at Sega, you would never have said that. Who was the other guy? I can't remember his name now. He was that colored guy. Man, he was crazy over Shenmue. What was his name? I can't remember. But you couldn't say nothing in front of him about Shenmue. He would have just lost his rag entirely. Oh, but what was his name? You never play Shenmue? Hey, look, man, Shenmue is one of those games you truly have to experience. Daryl, that's the one. Daryl gave 1,000 to Kickstarter. Holy shit! Yeah, I didn't give 1,000 to Kickstarter. I think I gave like $40. It was Daryl. That was the one. I told you guys, man. He was crazy. It was another one. Not gonna lie, I do miss seeing some of those Sega folks. Maybe if they do like a get together sometime. If that ever happens, Silver, let me know. I've been out of loop for ages, but if they ever have like a get together again, I'd like to go if I can make it. Hey, you still talk to him today? Nice. I still talk to Pete, if you remember him, Dodgy Pete, Ninja Pete. I'm still in contact with him regularly. Yeah, I've got the Dreamcast versions of the games. And I think I've got them on the Xbox as well. But they need to like release a trilogy box set. No, no, no. We don't talk about Dreamcast, guy. And that's when you clapped him around the head, took it off him, got in the forklift, and drove around showing him who's boss, right? That's what you did, right? But as well as that, it looks like High on Life 2 for the Nintendo Switch 2 is getting yet another delay. And it's getting pushed to April the 20th as they get the game ready. Any digital pre orders placed will be cancelled. Physical pre orders will remain in place, with shipment expected in July. Oof! So physicals are going out even later. That's weird. Oh, from April 20th to the July the 1st. Okay. So the game is being pushed to July the 1st. Let's see. I don't understand this tweet that you've sent. This is talking about trending, not sales. Leaf, this is talking about trending. The only system Switch 2 isn't trending higher than currently is the Game Boy Advance. We don't care about trending, we care about sales. I mean, sure, it might be trending in terms of being talked about, both positive and negative will still get you trending. But what does trending have to do with it not selling? It hasn't sold more than the PS5 though. The PS5 is already, I mean, just based on the NPD, has outsold it every single month. So how is that even remotely possible? It's not. These numbers aren't right. If that is talking about sales, the PS5, according to the MPD monthly stats that get released every month, has been outselling it all the time. Hey, Bold Alpha Wolf, how's it going? I mean, the fact that the Wii U is here is crazy. Because, these aren't being sold anymore. This, right? The PS2. I think you're on one, Leaf. I think you're on one. What did Silver say now? It's not a very fun game to me. Hey, look, man, it doesn't have to appeal to everyone. It has to. The MPD stat says otherwise, Leaf, that are released every month. I see them because PlayStation fans post it every single month, showing that they are outselling everyone. Even when you combine Switch 1 and Switch 2, it's still not outselling the PS5. I don't know how people, how they're still selling it. Launch year sales. Man, who gives a shit about launch year sales? The fact is that it's still not outselling the platforms. It's trailing behind them every single month. So these numbers don't make sense. And even then, the PS5, that was handicapped at the launch year, right? They had no memory. They had no silicon to release. That's not the win you think it is. I mean, maybe with this one it is, sure. And even then, they still had silicon shortages. I mean, it's impressive that they outsold. I mean, no one gives a crap about the Wii U. That was just dead. But you're going back to a time with these where gamers, there wasn't as many gamers around during these times. I don't know. This isn't the win you think it is. But hey, good on you for the fighting spirit. I'll give you that one. All right, for the 6 people, well, for the 2 people in chat that actually bought, what game is this called? Code Violet. I think there's like 2 PlayStation fans in here. For the 2 people that bought it, they're introducing a new extinction gauntlet mode. You can access it at the bottom of the main menu. This mode features a 3-stage arena gauntlet where each stage includes a timer. They released 1 stage per person that actually bought the game. So 3 stages, 3 customers, and a high score challenge to unlock powerful rewards. So they're basically giving you a 1 in 3 chance of winning those rewards. So that should be okay. Be careful if you have defeated any stage, you'll restart from the beginning. Each run begins with no weapons, and you'll build your arsenal as you progress each stage. So basically a Returnal style game. I jest, Diablo. It sold free. And Banisher was one of them. Darren was the other. Who is the other PlayStation fan in chat? There has to be one more. We don't know how many has been sold, Bold Alpha. All we know is in terms of Shipping, they've probably shipped about 95 million now. The good times with the Dreamcast, man. Silver, do you remember when we used to go around to Ibs? I think it was Ibs's place. We ran down a few times playing Power Stone and shit like that. Good times, man. Good times. Hey, you know he bought it, Ghosty. Man, I did not know Daryl paid $1,000 to Kickstarter for that game. But I also don't know many people that loved that game more than he did. I remember Paul. Vaguely, I think. I remember a few people from there. Remy, Catherine, I think her name was, although I think she hated me. Uh, yeah. I remember the Argentinian guy. His name. He was a nice guy as well. Power Stone was goated, man. It was awesome. They should The thing is though, right? I don't. If they made Power Stone today in all its glory, I somehow just don't believe that it would be. It would get the love and attention it would get back then. I just think people have, like, gaming as a whole has changed. I think gaming as a whole has changed. I mean, as much as I would love to see Power Stone remade entirely, I just don't think it would do well. The hate is not forced on that, man. That game was a buggy mess. We're not talking about Code Violet, by the way, Susanna. We're talking about Power Stone. I was something similar with Shenmue Silver. Uh, I remember when I was in school and I was talking with my friends back then. I think I want to say Sanjay was one of them, but I can't remember if it was in uh, secondary school or not. I was years ago. But I was talking how, like, I would love to see a game that you could do this and play, go to like the arcade center and play games in there and stuff like that. And then many, many years later, Shenmue came along and just did everything I wanted it to do. I was like, oh my god, this is literally all I've wanted in life. They were listening. They had cameras and microphones everywhere. The conspiracy is real. Shenmue is a quiet taste, I think. It's a cult classic, I would call it. But yeah, so for those of you that are interested in Code Violet, Extinction Gauntlet, does it have trophies? No trophies this time. Sadly, I'm not going to play it because it has no trophies. So after having to run through it a few times, I finally hit all the high scores. The infinite ammo was awesome. And I wish them the best of luck. There's a new game coming, so at least people have that to look forward to. What type of genre could Power Stone return in? I don't know. I mean, really, it's just a arena brawler, right? And it was great for its time. But if you're looking at the fighters today, whether it's Tekken, whether it's Smash or whatever, they're still big in their own right, but no one really talks about them anymore. They don't have the media coverage they had, like, say, 10 years ago. They just, beat 'em ups just aren't there anymore. I mean, even Sony got rid of Evo because it just wasn't it. Power Stone is a 4-player brawler. You're in an arena and you can use like furniture and stuff and whatever. Anything in the arena and just beat your opponent up. Last man standing wins, if I remember correctly. Let me see if I can bring up a video. And I'll show you guys. But yeah, Power Stone was a fun game for its time. But there are some games that just in this day and age just won't do well. And I know people want them, but people won't buy them. And that's the problem. I think Power Stone got re-released, right? Don't know how much of this is copyright, so we'll see, but yep. Is it playing? Is there an audio?
A solid beginning may lead to a perfect ending.
Yeah, there is.
An aquatic adventure. Don't forget to take advantage of those subs. Let the battle begin. Go! Oh no!
This is the arcade game, obviously, but it's just crazy. Did Smash even exist during the time of Power Stone? Do you think so? I don't think it would sell. If they remade this today in all its glory, I don't think it would sell. You know, back in the day, games used to be all about fun, gameplay, you know, playing with your friends in couch co-op, right? Today, it's all about realism, having the most realistic story you can have, having, you know, virtue signaling and all of this shit in video games. It's, you know, gaming has changed so much over the years. It's, kids today just, I don't think they would enjoy it. I remember Tobal #1. I do. I do. I remember Tobal #1. I don't know why I remember it. But I do remember it. Mate, look at those graphics! Shit, that was this was like next gen, man. Battle Arena to Shinden. That game was so underrated. I remember this one, I think it was, that everyone went crazy over. Was it Guys? Because you could be Cloud Strife. Literally, the only reason people wanted to play this was because you could be Cloud. Yeah, that's Cloud Strife, the Final Fantasy one. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, there you go. I tell you what, if you guys can complete this with 1 life, not dying, no cheats, I will respect you as a true gamer. Man, there is so many bullets on screen that it... oh. No, he cannot complete this whole game with 1 life. Can you see that little dot on the ship? That one that's blinking? That's basically your hit marker. This is Dudon Pachi. Daifukatsu, Black Label. This is what me and my friend used to play like a lot on the 360. It looks easy, right, chat? So, anyone up for the challenge? The funny thing is, you guys think this is the hard part. Now, this is the easy part in this level. This is the easy part. Are you crazy? Will this is this triggering anyone's epilepsy? If so, I apologize. I'll turn it off if it is. But yeah, this is the easy part of the level. That's phase 1. Now comes phase 2. The actual true boss. You guys can clear this, right? What you mean? My gamer tag was named after Radiant Silvergun. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Silver. My gamer tag was named after Sonic Adventure and well, yeah, Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure and Metroid Prime. Perfect Chaos with Chaos, and Prime with Metroid Prime. Chaos Prime. That's where my gamer tag came from. So yeah, so who's up for the challenge to complete this? They're easy, right? Totally easy. Oh. With 1 life. I'll give you a tenner, Susanna. There you go. You do it, I'll give you 10 Great British pounds. Which is roughly about $15. How about that? Susano has taken up the challenge. He is going to record it. Start of the game to the end. 1 life. You know what? Screw it. He can take as many lives as he wants until he gets to this boss. And then he needs to beat both phases without dying. First one to send me a clip of it being done without cheating and no AI, no scripts, wins. Good game. Wait, I don't even have enough money to get myself a 5090. What you on about? And considering they're still burning and blowing up in your PC, I don't want one. I love them. I used to love them. I play them once in a while now. I buy quite a few of them on Xbox. Never mind. No, you did. Sincere's, yeah, we covered that earlier. Another studio goes, and another one is soon to follow with FireSprite, right? Having cancelled almost every game that they've been working on. Don't they only blow up if you don't seat the cable properly? The cable... I'm not really sure, honestly, Ghosty. You plug the cable in, firmly in, and I think it's the actual cable, the way it's bent. You know how people like to do their cable tidy and make sure it all looks really nice, but it seems to be how the power is going from the power supply to the actual thing. And from what I've read, it's the way it's actually being bent along the way. So as long as you don't bend it, but then again, how much can you bend it? Is it like a tiny bit of bend is allowed? Is it a lot of bending it's allowed? I don't know. So the 5080 will do me just fine. Sinking Haven Studios, they're going as well, yeah. Fair Games as well. I think that's who's making that, right? Mudcore, let's go. Nah, no one needs to bend it like Beckham, man. One second, chat. I think my cat's crying outside. Yeah? Get your ass in. Hey, let me walk. Are you hungry? Alright, let's go put you some food. Come on. Chat, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna put him some food. Chat, I had a quick question before I move on to the next story, which is this one over here. Uh, for those of you that have puppies, when they're sleeping and they're yipping, what is that? Hey, that's how it has to be, Angel. That's how it has to be. Destrago? Let's see. Destrago. Is it Destrago or Destraga? Let's have a quick look. Oh, they're dreaming. Okay. Chasing rabbits. They still do it. Oh yeah, it's not like bothering me or anything. I mean, she sounds adorable when she's doing it. I was just curious. She seems to have got a bit of an upset tummy lately, so we've got her wrapped around in like a kind of jumperish thing to keep her stomach warm. She feels she's teething though at the moment, and no matter what we give her, she doesn't like it, which is weird. She likes so we've got her chew toys. She doesn't like it. Chew sticks. She doesn't like it. Chew bones. She doesn't like it. Give her a cable. She's all over that shit. Give her a shoe. She's all over that shit. Give her anything resembling a shoe but not a shoe. She doesn't like it. Give her anything that I actually value, and she is all over that shit. Yeah, this is my first puppy, yeah. So we're still kind of learning on the job. Still trying to, you know, get around to teaching her how to. Well, we're training her how to kind of, come to us when we call her and stuff. And she's more or less got it. She's being more resistant to stuff like, telling her to give us her paw or to. I mean, she'll stay for like maybe 10, 15 seconds before she moves on. So I guess that will, improve over time. She knows how to sit. She knows how to. She won't kind of go prone. I don't really know how to get her to do that. But right now we're kind of working on getting her to heal. She's had her second vaccination. Um, so this Saturday is going to be the first time we can actually take her out on public walks. Yeah, we got lots of treats. Like my younger son, he's like always playing with her, running around, like completely and utterly wearing her out entirely. They're like literally just two peas in a pod. They're at each other, and she kind of like groans when she's playing with him, which I've read is her expressing excitement and joy, not like a growling kind of noise, but more like a groaning one, almost like she's trying to tell him to piss off or something. Okay, so this is the game that Angel suggested. I'll try that, Ghosty. I'll try that. I'll tell my son to do it. She knows how to sit really well, Susanna. You tell her to sit, and she will. I mean, even now, like when she's in her playpen. Uh, in the past, she used to be really like noisy, ratty, barking for us to pick her up. Now, when she sees us, she just sits there and just waits because we've made it clear to her that if she does all of that other stuff, we won't pick her up or let her out. Now she just, as soon as she sees us, she sits there looking at us, not a peep. And so we go and pick her up and give her the cuddle she wants or let her run around the house. I mean, the cable biting and stuff, it's, she's a young pup. It's going to happen. I'm not holding it against her. She just didn't have to chew my 500-pound glasses cable. But, at least I caught her like a second into doing it. So there's only one teeth mark on the plastic of the cable.
Nothing escapes these blades.
Yeah, this is really small. Let's see, what other news do we have? Okay, so we did have Minecraft Dungeons 2. Now, me and my son, the one that actually plays with Luna a lot, we absolutely loved the original Minecraft Dungeons, and I can totally see this being a game that we play on community nights. So definitely one that we can have a lot of fun with. It is going to be day one on Game Pass Ultimate. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know about you guys, but for me, this is like, I'm very, very much looking forward to this. This is like a win for me. I know some people might not like it, and that is fine. It's, not everyone has to like the game, but I've had great fun with this with my kids, and I know I'm going to enjoy the second one just as much. Yeah, it really was, Susano. She'll grow out of that? Yeah, I'm sure she will. It's like my cats. I'll buy them the best toys I could possibly find. They'll look at the toys and said, "Oh, I'm not interested in that." And then look at the box and say, "Oh my god, that is the best toy ever. I want the box." And then the two cats will fight over who's going to sit in the box. And none of them will care about the toy. Or the wooden stand or the scratch post that we bought. Nothing at all. Just the box. Separation anxiety? What do you mean by that? I mean, I think she's kind of used to us now, so we don't leave her alone. I mean, we went on Eid to my mother-in-law's, and even then, I told my mother-in-law, if the pup isn't coming, we're not coming, so you need to make a choice. And she said, okay, you can bring the pup. So we took the whole playpen and everything and just set it up in the living room and just kind of left her in the living room. I mean, in eyesight, so she could see us at all times, because it's like a conjoined thing. It's a bungalow. But yeah, it was, you know, I'm fully aware that they can't be left alone at this time. Rivaldo Velon, yes, they did. Banisher, no. I'd much rather play Shadows. If you taped a square on the floor, would your cat sit in it? What I want to do, I don't know if they would sit in it. That's a good question, and I might try to do that. I want to get one of those carpets that look like a bottomless pit and just place it at the bottom of the stairs for them when and just have a camera recording to. I know I'm evil, ain't I? I just want to see what they're gonna do. I've seen some of the YouTube short videos. It will. It's interesting. I like the ones where the dogs just push the cat into it, just to see what's gonna happen, and then they walk off. Hey, if I actually do it and it happens, they don't care. I've tried that, Silver. They don't care about a cucumber. They just look at it and walk away. But if I get some good footage, I'll share it one day on stream. Marathon. Forbes says Marathon sales figures are close to 1.2 million estimated sales, according to sources at Bungie. Now, other websites are posting this saying Alien Analytics, or whatever they're called, the one that's totally unreliable, is saying that this is 1.2 million. So I don't know which one is true. What is interesting, however, is that the PlayStation Nation really didn't turn out for this one. 70% again of this game, just like Helldivers, is being held up by the PC community. And there was I guess this one doesn't have it. That's a shame. Is it here? No. There was a graph. Let me see if I can quickly find it. There was a marathon. I thought I actually had it. Here we go. So there is this over here with Steam having 800k, PlayStation 5 having 217k. That is less than 50% advantage over Series S and X, considering they've got, according to them, 3-4 times the unit sales of the console, which is pretty poor, really. But yeah, PC is smashing it with around 800,000. I had these curses once. Cat was terrified of them. They kind of looked like a good coiled up snake. Yeah, I threw my. I kind of like put some foil on the floor, and the cat didn't know what it was. And then I went, "There you go," and the cat went, "Yeah," and then landed on it. Bad times. He turned into a puffball as he legged it upstairs. It was literally. I know. I shouldn't be this evil. But like, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, right? Why do I have a feeling that Project Helix will release this year or during the spring? Uh, Rivaldo, it's not going to release. AMD have made it already clear that they don't have the chip. They don't have the chips ready to support Microsoft until 2027. Now, yeah, no, I don't see it. I can see it in 27 though. Talking about that though, I saw a thumbnail today, right? That said the PS6 and the Helix price had been revealed. And I'm sitting here and thinking, mate, how the fuck are these fuckers knowing how what the price is when Microsoft and Sony don't know what the prices are? They haven't even built the bloody things. Mate, the amount of clickbait on these articles, on these videos, is insane. It's actually so irritating. Like, how do you say that it's been revealed and then if you actually go into the video, they're talking about a price range going from all the way from 800 to like 1600. How is that revealed? Like, they're not even giving you a price. They're openly lying on the thumbnail by saying it's been revealed and then going by something that Digital Foundry theorized on. Like, come on, man. It's so dumb. As your almighty God, Ahmed, I am also saying that the Xbox probably isn't, as good as the PS5 Pro, but it's a better hardware. Let's brainstorm and reveal the review. Like, it's so stupid. These people think the new gen is going to be cheaper than the current gen. Like, it's so dumb. Dude, Silver, there's clickbait, and then there's the next level of clickbait. Like, there's clickbait, and then there's clickbait, right? Like, there's outright lying. Like, it's not even clickbait because it's outright lying. I get, you need a bit of clickbait these days to kind of entice people to click on your video or make it like when I'm doing mine, I don't like using clickbait because it's not cool. I don't like tricking people. I might make the thumbnail look auspicious and kind of put a quote on there that's a real quote or something, but I never lie to my community. Hey, GTA 6 is still on schedule to come out, so yeah, it's not, Vince. It's not. Although there has been some really cool gains from PSSR2, nothing from first party, mind you. I'll come back to this in just a sec, right? But as you can see here, you got Kingy over here. How you know you're playing on a PS5 Pro? And so they were talking about Pisser and how PlayStation first party games aren't got it. And so he posted this, which there isn't a single PlayStation first party game that's right now using Pisser 2.0, right? And his response to that was, "Do you have a PS5 Pro?" Like, that's not even the argument here. Like, you know you've lost the battle when you can't actually answer the question, right? But there has been some decent gains shown from PSSR2 with the way it's working. It'll be interesting to see what PSSR 3 and 4 looks like. PSSR 2 is closer to FSR 4 now, right? Or FSR 4.1. Of course it will, Leaf. I like how you've I like your way of thinking. Nah, that's the King Fresh way. If he knows he is wrong, he will double down on something else, and he will never ever admit that he's wrong. Even when I've caught him out a number of times and proved that he's wrong, he will never admit he's wrong. And that's why I just don't respond to him anymore. He does try and, he does reply in my posts and stuff. I just don't respond to him. I literally ignore him. Who knows, Leaf? Who knows? But yeah, Marathon has sold 1.2 million copies, which, let's face it, is more than people anticipated. 55 million revenue. I don't know how much the game costs to make. I can personally say this has been a game that I've been wanting to stream for a little bit. Sony provided me the code. I'm actually a fan of the game. I like it. Obviously, I've not had much time to do a lot of, gaming. But, due to current, situation. But what I've played, I do like. It's not a sweaty extraction shooter. It's more like a light extraction shooter. And I think it's kind of hitting that kind of niche, that market that hasn't been tapped for the extraction shooter people. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, PSSR 2 came after, right? And the fact that is without the NPU, the PS5 can't have it. Oh yeah, I mean, if you're comparing it to Helldivers 2, don't forget though, Helldivers 2 had a lot of hype, and it had a lot of momentum, and that carries a lot of weight, right? The amount of hype and PR that they had on that game was crazy. which carried a lot of the momentum. You had people saying that, I'm having a great time here, and then they're telling their friends, and then their friends were buying it. And then you had all these social media posts. Everyone was going crazy. Like, everything blew up with that game. Even though at its core, it was very repetitive. But it was, with Helldivers 2, it was the hype that drove that game more than the game driving the game. Marathon just didn't have that hype because everyone expected it to fail. That's really the difference between the two. Play has every limit sleeve, especially when your battery runs out. I'd be highly unlikely it costs less than 50 million. Granted, it doesn't look like it costs anywhere near that. The game got rebooted a number of times, right, Susano? They had to go back to the drawing board and change a number of things. So I don't know the actual cost of the game, but I think they'll probably need to sell another million before they go into the profit. But that's just me. The devs did stealing art. Like, it had a lot going against it, but ultimately it's because it's an extraction shooter, which is a niche, you know, market in itself. So, they've sold 1.2 million, but PC is carrying it again. And those 100 million consoles sold isn't really helping it either. I've been meaning to try that Mio Memories. I've seen it a number of times. I just haven't had the opportunity to get to it. I remember I did say that Concord will survive, and not Concord, Marathon will survive, and Marathon will do fine. And I think they will. I think ultimately Marathon will do good. I don't have any tweet for the next point topic I want to talk about, but let me see if I can find something real quick. All right. Maybe I already did have this and I'm just not realizing. Anyway, I don't. Crimson Desert, despite all the negative feedback and all the negativity strolling on social media, along with, the whole AI art being found in the game, has sold 3 million copies and continues to sell. From people that I know and trust in their opinion, who's finished the game, they've loved every moment of the game. There are some bugs in there that kind of ruined part of the experience, but they're being ironed out. And from what I'm hearing, it's a very good game. Not for me, personally, but 3 million copies is still a good job. Ahmed isn't a neutral, man. He's a PlayStation fanboy. Uh, Actually, Steve wasn't one of them. I don't trust that guy. He will say anything to prove me wrong. But the biggest craziness I've seen for this game is the comparison between Crimson Desert and PC. So that's the PS5 Pro quality, and they're saying that it can compete with PC. It's just not competing with it. So this is the level of detail on PS5 Pro, and I'm not saying that the PS5 Pro is bad, by the way. I just think a lot of people are being disingenuous when they think that you can compare with a high-end PC gaming rig. Everything is outselling Procopia, including Gollum. Right? Like, there's a huge difference. But people turning around and saying that it's close, it's really not. Base PS5 is even worse. This guy is crazy. This guy is trying to tell everyone, right? This guy is trying to tell people that back when there was no Rampocalypse, when 32 gigabytes of RAM cost 100 quid or $100, he's trying to tell people that it cost him $5,000 to build a high-end gaming rig. Now, this guy is clearly just a console user, and I'm guessing he went and got ripped off by buying a pre-built PC from somewhere like Alienware and called himself a PC gamer. I don't know. But there's no way that you're going to go back and build a PC 3-4 years ago before the RAM prices went up. Like, the RAM is 100 quid, right? The power supply is 100. The motherboard, say 200. Let's say 300 for argument's sake. So we're at 5. Power supply. Did I say power supply? RAM power supply. I did. So we're at 500. CPU. Give it another 400 back in the day. I'm like charging extra here at this point. The graphics cards used to be like what, 1.2K for the best graphics cards back then. Not even that, right? It's like $1,000. So you pretty much build a top end PC for like $1,500. Where is he going with $5,000? Nah, the guy's using a basic PC, man. No custom water or anything like that. I know, but this guy is over here literally glazing, and every PlayStation fan is so gullible that they're believing everything he says. It's ridiculous. It's mental. Like, this guy is saying that PS5 is better than his PC. Better than his $5,000 PC. Nah, blood. That shit ain't real. I mean, mine's water cooled, all in one. I mean, I recently just upgraded my PC. Thankfully, I didn't need to buy the RAM. All I'm missing now is like a graphics card, but it cost me 200 for the motherboard, 500 for the CPU, which is 700, 100 and something for the cooler. So that was like 850, and that was it. I already had my case, so I don't need to buy one of those. I had a power supply, 1200 watts, so I didn't need to replace that. And I'm still using my 3090 Ti, which paired with the 9950 X3D now is running way better. And from what I've seen with the Xbox mode, once that's officially released in April, frames are going to go up even more, which is great. Yeah, Steam Deck is a dinosaur now. FireSprite. FireSprite is the next studio that's kind of in danger. This one here. They've had, has reportedly cancelled at least 4 games on PS5. And I'm guessing one of them is... So, Absalom. Only 2 days until the Rebellion reaches Xbox. This was obviously on the 23rd, so this comes out tomorrow. Looks really cool, and it's coming to Game Pass. It's a co-op game, so check it out. It looks really fun. Some sad news. Nacon-owned studios Spiders, Greedfall, Cleoton, Test Drive, and Cyanide Sticks have filed for insolvency as they couldn't make any money. They couldn't get out of the hole that they were in. So more studio closures, unfortunately. I mean, it's happening a lot now, right? It's happening a lot. Starfire Eternal Cycle is coming to Xbox. The achievements have just dropped. This is another side-scroller style game. You know, artwork looks nice. Probably be one that I'm interested in picking up. It looks really cool. Got Pilgrim 2's out now? Nice. I don't think it's any of them, actually. I think it's just a brawler. Sideward scrolling brawler. Now, this one obviously is like a roguelike game, as you can see here. But it looks really cool. It's one that I'm interested in. But yeah, Absalom, I believe, is just a brawler. I'm wrong. Master your magic and prepare for the ultimate roguelite beat-em-up experience. So it is a roguelite. Absalom is a roguelite. I mean, we're getting a lot of those games, so... yeah... And this is the upcoming gacha game, which apparently is similar to Wuthering Waves. Rewinding Cadence. This is the first look at the game. I think there's just way too many of these games coming out now. There's too many out there, which is why a lot of them are failing. People aren't going to stop playing games that they've played over a number of years. Like, I know a number of you in the chat are playing gacha games at the moment, but you're not going to stop playing the ones that you've already invested a lot of time in and move on. I do like the traversal, though. But good luck to Rewinding Cadence. It is trying to appeal to a certain demographic, and good luck to them. I don't know if they will succeed. I don't think they will succeed. But that is just me. Yeah, there's just way too many Woodstar. And if you've seen, like, you got Ananta and you got oh, what's the other one? NTE. And now I'm seeing, like, but they're basically like GTA style gacha games. Let me show you. Let me show NTE. Let me show Ananta. Not gonna play the music because that will definitely get me demonetized. But you know what I'm seeing a lot now is these GTA style games for the anime waifu collectathons games coming out, and it's happening a lot. There's another new one that's just been recently announced, and it seems ever since GTA 6's reveal, these are appearing more and more. But again, they're just oversaturating the market, and I think it's silly. I swear the combat reminds me of Batman Arkham Asylum. No, it does. But even like, you know, NTE is like another one. This one got pretty hated on though, didn't it? Because apparently it stole a lot of stuff from Sony. This is like another one, which gives you a. I don't want to see you. Maybe there's a better video out there. Okay, there we go. So again, these are all kind of like the same genre now that they're releasing. They're not even trying to be different. They're all trying to, you know, capture that same kind of space. And it's going down that same rabbit hole again of, hey, this one made money, so let's all do the same thing. I don't know. Hey, what's wrong with the one-touch death-a-thon? No, but what the problem here is, there's only so many games you can play. Like, I want to play Nikkei, for example, for the story, because it has a fantastic story. The story is just phenomenal. In terms of, like, if they could turn that into a AAA game and actually provide it, you know, the story base, have that story in the game, it'd be great. But I just don't have time. They take too much time. Tell you what though, between Ananta and NTE, NTE definitely has the better waifus. And look, I ain't gonna deny Vital. I originally started playing Nikkei for the waifus, but I stayed for the plot. But I just don't have time to play more than one gacha game really, and at the moment, even that is very time consuming. But yeah, this looks really good. So I'm gonna give NTE a try. I've kind of taken a break from TOF for about 2 weeks now. I've requested like a 4 week break to see how I feel before I decide if I'm going to continue playing it. But just don't spend. The building aspect of Enfield put me off, and then there's the limitations that it has. It just wasn't for me. I really had high hopes for Enfield. I wanted it to be the game I really wanted to play, but they just did too many things that I just don't like in those games, and it's just really put me off. I already stopped playing ZZZ. Yeah, I'm not surprised. ZZZ is a weird one. I don't think it really knows what it wants to do. Silver, that's exactly the point. That's why I've got kids. They log in every day when I don't have to. You see how this works? So I don't really have that problem. Lucky for some. Like literally, for the past week, my son's just been logging in, doing my dailies on Woowa, and covering me for the weeklies and stuff. It's been it's been helpful. So, chat, is there anything else you want to cover today? We might go live on uh, Thursday around 4:45. What the? My guy. My dude went and got 61-inch CRT. Now, don't get me wrong. I respect the retro gaming desire. But, dude, this thing probably weighs more than Elon Musk's rockets that fly into space. This thing probably weighs more than a rocket that Elon sends into space to blow up for no reason. Alright, I have some news for you guys that you might find interesting. I just saw this. OpenAI is shutting down its AI video platform Sora after it flopped. Disney is now exiting their $1 billion deal with OpenAI. Could it be that the world, the world is healing? It looks like a projection one to me. But could the world be healing? My take on what, Susanna? Okay, I guess this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about, and call it there then. So, Physical Forever is a new kind of social platform, and they've been growing because they believe that physicals should be here forever. So, what they did in their protest is gather a bunch of people and protest against a game that was being released on Switch 2, which was a game key card which you can borrow to friends. You can sell it back to a secondhand shop if you really want to. And protest so hard against it and gave it such a bad PR that now the company turned around and said, right, you know what? You're right. We're not going to do this. We are pulling out the Switch 2 physical that we were going to sell, and you can have digital only. Enjoy. Wasn't that the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze? ROM Archive is shutting down. Didn't someone back up the whole of ROM Archive though? That's massive, right? I don't know how many gigabytes it is, but I heard someone backed it up. Yeah, I just googled something. I don't even know if this is the right page. I'm not going to show it on stream. But it's like files for retro ROMs best set. Like nothing is available for download at all. So I think it might already be like blocked off. So I don't think they're waiting until the end of the month. So yeah. Yeah, that's a 390 terabytes. Yeah, someone apparently did on a NAS. They downloaded everything. That's crazy, man. Yeah, looks like they're all gone. Mega Drive, SNK, Game Boy, NEC, PC Engine. Like, why get rid of PC Engine? You can't even buy those anymore. Mobile, JME, MSX. Jesus, even that's gone. Like, why? They're making no money at all. But hey, you can still pick up like some collections for PS Vita and stuff. So at least there's that. But they still sell the Mega Drive games, don't they? Discord for Peak Anime RPG. Yeah, I kind of. I don't think I'm ever gonna get to play Xenoblade, just because of the fact that I refuse to pay the price that they want. The one time when I finally decided to pay for it, it turned out to be fake, and so I returned it. Yeah, the physical forever guy is annoying. $6,000 to maintain it each month. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I shared that in my previous stream, right? That was mental. Yeah, I just refuse to pay $40 for a 5-year-old game. I think it should be like $20 at this point, but it's not, and so I refuse to pay it. Now they did do. I mean, this is. I think this is even worse, right? I think this is even worse. So I don't know if you guys have seen this at all. Let's see. Am I going to be able to find it? Alright, so I've got a French one over here. So you've got this being released, right? It's called the Last Ninja Collection, and you get bonus games available in the physical edition. It's coming out for all platforms. And so you get the Last Ninja, right? You get Last Ninja 1, 2, 3, Last Ninja Remix, which is essentially Last Ninja 2 with new music and stuff, and I think a couple, maybe one extra level. And then these 3 games that no one really cares about. These are Commodore 64 games, right? And they're selling it for $24.99. That's way too much. Look, I love Last Ninja like the next person, right? I completed all of these. All 3 of them I completed. I love the games. But there's no way you're going to tell me that these are worth £25. No chance in hell. No way in hell are you going to tell me that this is worth £25. If Paul was here, he'd love this tune. I mean, it's still a classic tune, though. Man, I hated this part so much. Go on, throw the smoke bomb. Put it to sleep. Yeah. Pick up the Shuriken star. Let's go. No, you had to be pixel perfect for some of these jumps, man. Man, this was the level where the Commodore 64 actually had a bug on it. So if you screwed up, you had to restart the whole game. And it's the final boss. That's a bit of a spoiler. You never got past the first level. That's Last Ninja 2. And then they got these games that literally no one cares about. No one. International Karate. I remember playing them. I mean, I remember playing these, right? I remember it, but not £25 or some silver. Man, I almost called you by your real name. Sorry about that. Yeah, I like Last Ninja like the next person, and I'm sad that the Last Ninja remake never happened. Even though there is actually a playable version of it out there. Let's see. Will we find it here? Because they were making it. And EA cancelled it, didn't they? Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. There you go. This is the only footage we have that was ever leaked. I think there was like 2 sets of footage. I don't know if this will cover both of them. Did you notice how it's the same way God of War started? Bear in mind this was 2018. So this was the Last Ninja remake, or Last Ninja 4, that was in development before EA decided to can it. And EA is just such a trash company. Now, obviously, this was like a proof of concept of them being able to do stuff, footprints, climbing and stuff that they showed off before they said no. But man, if this released, I don't care what it would cost, I'd have bought it. Oh, was it really cancelled? That sucks. Yeah! I just jumped down and there was no issue whatsoever. Let's see if we can have some sound. But yeah, this was the only playable demo that ever existed for the Last Ninja 4. Limited run games, I think, or was it I think the Kickstarter that they had for the Last Ninja collection, if you bought the £250 or dollar version of it, if you pledged, they basically gave you the files for this game for this demo as well, this work in progress. that you could install and play. Yeah, I wasn't prepared to pay $250. I'm surprised it never leaked onto the internet though. I've bought one thing from limited run games. It took a while for it to arrive, but it arrived. Hey, so yeah, this is literally the tail end. I think this is pretty much it. So Thursday, I'm gonna probably try and start early, and we can check out the stream live, and then if there's any news, we'll continue. If not, then I'll call it early. Actually, this video is more than what I've seen. I've not seen these parts. What could have been if EA didn't cancel it. Right, chat? Am I right, chat? Hey, like I said, on that level on Last Ninja, if you actually died in a certain spot, you lose an item and you have to restart the whole game again. And that isn't very close to the beginning of the game either. Good old System 3, man. Good old System 3. They started when I was born and died during COVID. I really wish they would have continued this, but they didn't. And it's sad. Yeah, I can see that, Leaf. But folks, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been a fun change of pace for me at the very least. It's helped get my mind off a lot of things, so I appreciate you all for being here. And we will be back on Thursday, probably early, around 4:30 if I'm going to be available, if everything's going well. Check out the live stream and see what happens after that, really. Alright guys, that's me. Thank you so much. Peace out. And as always, remain legend. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you for all the support you've been showing in my videos. I've really appreciated it. Thank you for the subs that you guys have done today. I did lose a couple today when we started streaming, but we got those back, so I appreciate that. So, adios, amigos. Peace out. I'm gonna go bed. Maybe. Might make a video. I don't know. Depends how I feel. Night, bows.